Hey everyone, thought I would just do a little filming today. So I've just had a bit of a lazy day at home. I was on a church Zoom call this morning, so that was nice. So I'm just doing a little bit of food prep today, so for our meals for the week. So in the oven I've just cooked up a sweet potato for Mahi, just to have with a few different things. So some veggies and other little things that she's been trying. I'm just making a toasted sandwich, and I've got a tea with some lemon and mint in it. So yeah, just gonna sit outside in the sun and have that. And then when I start the meal prep stuff, I'll bring you back and show you. And then both the girls are asleep right now, so I'm just enjoying some peace. Yeah, and I'll be right back shortly when I get into the prepping of the next two meals for the day. So come, enjoy. Everyone, welcome back. So we were going to go for a walk, but it's just started to drizzle a little bit, and so I'm just sitting here giving Mahi some sweet potato. She's loving that. It's one of her favourite foods, which most children, it's their favourite food because it's quite sweet. So she's having that, and then she's probably going to have a new nappy, as you do. And then I'm going to move on to cooking those meals that I talked about. So the first one being, it's just like a lasagna, so a vegetable lasagna. I made a vegetable pasta last night. So I'm just going to add some sauce to it, more sauce and a bit of white sauce to it, and some lasagna sheets, and basically then tomorrow night we can just pop that straight in the oven with no mess, which is nice. And for tonight's dinner we're doing a wrap with kind of like a mint sauce, because we have some yogurt and we also have a bit of mint outside that we need to use up, because the mint is kind of coming out everywhere, so we need to like chop some back, so we need to use it. So yeah, so we'll probably have that tonight, and I'll show you what that's going to look like as well. So make that meal, and then just kind of chop a few things up and get a few things ready for the other meals during the week. So yeah, feel free to stick around while I do that. I'll talk you through it as I do it as well. Hey, so just thought I would walk you through what I'm going to do with the chicken. So basically, in a bowl that I've got here, nice clean bowl, I'm going to chop up the chicken and pop it in there. And basically I've got this chicken, I've defrosted it. We'll chop it up a little bit and take off that skin. So got this really cheap, so take off the skin. I don't use the skin. Lots of people use the skin to render it to make oil, but I'm not really down with that, so I don't do that. And then basically I'm going to pop some salt and pepper in there, and a little bit of this chicken masala, chicken spices, some of this Kitchen King. Also I'm going to chuck in some of our favourite seasoning, which is like a taco seasoned blend. So I'll show you that once I've got it all in and all chopped up. So welcome back. So I've got Mahi with me. Say hi, Mahi. So she wasn't digging the cooking. So I'm just going to put in some of this taco seasoning that I have. It's just like a McCormick's one that we get from Costco, but I'm going to put it in a little jar like this. So I'm just going to put a little sprinkle in. And I've got that chicken chopped up in there, like I said. So a little sprinkle. I'll show you that little sprinkle. And a bit of that Kitchen King. Another little sprinkle for you. And I'm going to also just put some of that chicken masala in there. So a bit of that. And then I'll grind some pepper in there. Mahi's assisting. So you don't need much black pepper, bit of salt, always good. This is pink Himalayan salt, or Mediterranean, whatever you want to call it. So there's the salt and things in there. If I can get just there in the corner. So then now what I'm going to do is kind of combine all that together. And I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to use a spoon to do it because I don't want to stick my hands back in there. But what I thought I could do is just pop a little kind of a tablespoon and a half of yogurt in there to really kind of, you know, make it a really good marinade. That's going to go in the wrap. So yeah, let me do that and I'll come back with Mahi because, you know, she's really... So I managed to get Mahi to sit down there on the floor while I finished up here. So I just popped some yogurt in there and gave it a bit of a mix around. So I'm also just going to do like a little squirt of lemon, sorry, that I've just got here, which I've already had cut, which I had in my tea earlier. So I'm going to squirt some of that in there. Not a lot. I don't reckon I need a lot. I'm not going to pop lots in there. Just going to take out that seed that I dropped in there. So I'll do that. And then I'll mix it around again. And then what I'll do is I'll pop that in the fridge just so that it can have time to marinate in there for when I'm going to cook it. And the lemon will kind of speed up things, which is good, and give it a really good flavour. And also before I chop it, I'll put it in the pot. Sorry, I'll pop in just a little tiny bit of mint cut up, just to give it that fresh flavour as well. So yeah, stick around for that. The next thing I'm going to do is just tidy up here so that I can lay out my stations for when I'm going to do the lasagna. Yeah, so I've just got to pop everything in the dishwasher, which won't take me a minute, just while that's marinating. And then I'll come right back and show you what else. Hey, so had some interruptions during everything. So still got the chicken in the fridge, just marinating. I'm going to cook it up in this pan, but at the moment I've just chopped up some potatoes to have with that wrap thing. So I'm going to season them in a minute after they've cooked a little bit and softened a little bit. So I'm just moving them around the pan so they don't burn. For the girls, they're having some chicken nuggets with some peas. And I'll have some potato as well. With some sauce, of course, except for Mahi. She doesn't have sauce. But yeah, this will be the first time Mahi having an actual meal. So we'll see how that goes and not pureed food. But she's been eating solid things, and when she can't chew it or swallow it, she will spit it out, which is good. So they're waiting for their dinner, and I'm doing that. And probably after dinner, I'll put together that lasagna once the girls have gone to bed, just to give me a bit of extra time. But I managed to get everything in the dishwasher and get the kitchen, you know, semi-clean, so I can do all the processing of the lasagna. But I will show you what I'm going to do with the wrap and stuff as well. So yeah, stick around. Thanks so much for watching so far. Yeah, it's good to have you guys around. I would just had some songs on in the lounge room with the kids. You know, a bit of learning Punjabi. I think it's important for them to learn that, considering it's their mother tongue. So we just had that, had a bit of a sing-along. Yeah, and then we're going to have dinner and then do the baths, and then I'll be back to show you how I make that lasagna. So I'm about to cook the chicken in the pan. So what I've done is I've cut up some ginger and garlic. I'm going to chuck that in there into the bowl and stir it through again. So we're just going to mix it all through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the pan that I had those potatoes in, which I've now put in the oven. Now that they've kind of got a bit of colour on them on the outside, otherwise they just kind of turn into like a mush, and I don't really like that. So done that. So we've got enough oil in the pan for the chicken as well, so because there'll be a little bit of fat on the chicken which will render off into the pan. So we'll do that, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like at the beginning, so you can kind of see. But I'm going to add that ginger and garlic into the bucket where I've already got the chicken marinating. So I also added a bit of the mint leaf in there that I said. We've got a bit of a mint plant out there that was a bit overgrown, so I added the mint in here, and the ginger garlic. So I'm just going to turn it through, and then I'm going to put it into that hot pan and let it cook, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like in the middle of its cooking range so you can have a look. So as you guys can see, it's just kind of cooking. It's going a little bit brown here, so just letting it brown for now, and yeah, just letting it cook away a little bit more, and I'll show you in a sec. So popping that lid back on, yeah, we'll come back in a sec and show you what's next. So here I've just cut up some onions and tomatoes which I'm going to put in it too. Yeah, my husband's just making up a yogurt sauce. He's got a bit of yogurt in there, a little tiny bit of water, which I wouldn't suggest putting in because it makes a little bit runny, but yeah, pop the yogurt in there, some masala as well, just to kind of make the taste a bit better. So yeah, that's the start of the wrap. So yeah, here's the garam masala. Oh sorry, it's just a bit of the potato roti kind of mix that you put in, the masala that you put in, and he's also just going to get something else to pop in there. So a bit of salt obviously as well, and this is just a bit of Mexican spice in there. We really love that. We kind of put it in everything. We go through quite a bit of that. Yeah, and just blending it up. Yeah, until it's kind of fine. So if he didn't put so much water in, it would be a really nice sauce. So this is what I've done. Just pop some chips on. Now this is just me starting with that lasagna. This is the next day. So I'm just heating up some butter, and I'm going to add some flour to that and kind of mix it through. And then I'm going to add some milk to that, and kind of combine that till it becomes warm into a bubble. And then I've grated some cheese in the background, which we'll see in a sec. And also I'm going to add some nutmeg to that. Nutmeg is what makes that flavour. So just mixing that, and I've added the cheese. So we're just mixing that together until it starts to become a lot thicker than what it is. So as you can see, it's starting to bubble on the sides. So that's how you want it. So now we're assembling it. So the sauce and obviously the tomato sauce as well. So that's what it kind of looks like in there. And then you want to put some lasagna sheets on. I'm just using these ones here that I got from the shop. Nothing special. So layer them and then just kind of keep following that process until you run out. Put the cheese on the top as well, and I'll show you what it looks like. It was super tasty, and I'm super happy with the way it turned out. Yeah. This is just the remainder of our evening this day. Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, we really appreciate it, and we look forward to sharing some more adventures with you once this lockdown is over. They've got an announcement tomorrow to say that we might be easing some restrictions, so that might mean we might be able to go out to some parks and things like that. But we'll see what they say. Let's fingers crossed, because we're going a bit stir crazy being at home all the time. Yeah, thanks to those who have subscribed, and yeah, look forward to sharing another day with you tomorrow. Thanks, see you, bye.